successfully reached Mars, some returning crucial evidence that the red planet once or may still be able to support life.
I got it right now.
So what?
I just got it.
In 1975, Viking orbiter showed
I ain't
geological
stopping. I'm in the middle of a broadcast right now.
And oceans.
So I'm gonna try to invite you again.
These images painted the picture of an ancient Mars
the broadcasting has
that
been
may have
stopped.
once held an abundance of alien life.
When they discovered that there was at one time possibly water on the surface of Mars, that blew open the door of possibility for there being extraterrestrial life in our solar system, let alone the universe.
Could Mars in fact have been much more like Earth than we once believed?
Yeah, it still says I'm on air.
The first color photographs of the Martian surface were taken by a rover in 2004. The images reveal that the red planet...
Yeah, I sent another invite.
It wasn't the dead planet that we believe with a brown sky and a brown dusty surface.
Somebody commented.
When you look at
Did you comment?
Sky, and when you look at the surface of the Martian ground, it very much resembles the surface of Earth.
Could our exploration of this alien planet uncover the ultimate extraterrestrial secret that intelligent life once, or perhaps still, exists on Mars? And
almost got fucked up.
Has been right before our eyes. Unsealed. In 2004, NASA landed 2 rovers on the surface of Mars, Spirit and Opportunity. They were sent to explore opposite sides of the red planet. And while Opportunity sent back many interesting photos, it was Spirit which captured what some believe is our first glimpse at an alien face. In this picture, we see a shape sitting on the ground.
Respond to this comment.
Features.
Yeah, I got destroyed.
A nose.
Well, let me respond to these comments.
Could this be, as some believe, a humanoid skull buried in the Martian soil?
Oh, that's who that is.
Theorists believe that this could be evidence that either humans had visited Mars at some point in the past, or that some other humanoid alien race has existed there for thousands of years.
But yeah, what's up, small bug? I'm sure you can probably hear me.
And what could be buried alongside it? Coming up next, the search for answers could reveal not only evidence of an alien being on the surface of Mars, but an entire civilization. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. Welcome back to Unsealed Alien Files. Photographs of Mars reveal alien landscapes remarkably similar to Earth, and unexplained images that look terrifyingly human. But the biggest question remains, is there alien life on planet Mars?
All the evidence points to the fact that Mars could have very well supported life in the past and maybe supports alien life to this very day.
July 25th, 1976. The Viking 1 orbiter photographs a Martian terrain known as Cydonia. Of the many pictures taken that day, one would be seen as a sign that we may not be alone in the universe. A human face etched into the surface of Mars.
Well, the face of Mars doesn't resemble, it looks like a human face. I mean, it's looking up at the stars, at the heavens, but it looks like a human face. No mistaking it. And this thing has 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth. It has something that looks like a headdress on it. And this face, by the way, is about 3 miles, top to bottom, chin to head to top of head, and about 2 miles across. So it's a very large object. It's not small.
Alien theorists propose
motherfuckers still create a morphine?
Be a monument
well, damn.
constructed by an ancient alien
I bet you they do need some drugs.
Or a warning to visitors of Mars.
Skeptics say, well, why would an alien race make something like this? Well, who knows?
This game is pretty tough. You still watching me, dude?
Maybe they knew cataclysm was coming and they wanted to They
It's
wanted
like
to
you
leave
talk on the
something that
damn
would
mic and then
let
you
people
talk
know
on
that they
the
were there, let somebody know that they were there. It could
on
be
the
as
damn
simple as
thing
art.
on the
Why we
TV.
create art.
Well, that's-
Why we create sculpture.
Well, that's just how it is because fucking
Shockingly, the most
whatchamacallit?
recent
Turn
images
off
of
your
the
mic,
face
you know that, right?
reveal nothing more
I know, but
than a mountain of sand.
I'd rather not. I'd rather everybody hear me.
Illusion. Or could
Yeah,
it
but
be
you know that they can
that
hear
the
you right
face
now
was
when you're talking to me, but they won't even know what the fuck you're saying,
using
right?
explosives
Yeah.
on board the Mars
I don't give a
observer?
fuck. They can hear everything I say.
A NASA statement on March 21st, 1993 reports that NASA forever lost
Oh, it's
contact
somebody
with observer
breaking into a
over the
fucking
Martian
car.
surface, followed what was believed to be a fuel rupture. The next time the face was photographed in 1996, its features
Oh shit, that was a
had
fucking
vanished.
whatchamacallit.
It may be mere coincidence to protect the truth.
I was trying to fucking kill some
Alien
innocent
theorists
people.
believe that this could be evidence that either humans had visited Mars at some point in the past, or that some other
Oh, no, no,
humanoid
no, no,
alien
no.
race
Get down, get down.
has existed there for thousands of years.
In fact, several photos from Mars have revealed what many believe are manufactured objects and signs of a ruined civilization. One of the discoveries was an object known as the ammo box. Photographed by NASA's Spirit rover,
Shot this motherfucker
the
in his
origins
face.
of this seemingly metallic object remain a mystery.
The ammo box seems to be made of some sort of metal, and every
Thought I was
it's at a
playing.
90-degree corner. How's that possible if it's a natural formation?
This and similar evidence have led theorists to believe that Mars may have been home to an ancient alien civilization. But could the ultimate discovery be an ancient city with a connection to our home planet? Unsealed case file, the Pyramids of Mars.
Yeah, where they at?
Of all Martian
Oh, they know
regions,
where I'm at. Oh, there you
has
are.
been more rich with the possible proof of civilization than Cydonia and the Pyramids of Mars.
In the middle of this barren planet, there stand three structures that resemble almost exactly our pyramids in Egypt.
Indeed, the shape of the pyramid has been repeated on Earth throughout multiple countries for millennia. The connection between the pyramids of Earth and these so-called pyramids of Mars could be seen as evidence of an extraterrestrial connection to the human race.
If these structures on Mars were manufactured by some sort of alien beings, what could that mean for our race? It could mean that we have neighbors who obviously thousands of years ago came here to visit us and left influences on our people and our cultures.
The largest of the Martian monuments is known as the D&M Pyramid. It spans almost 2 miles and stands half a mile tall. Shockingly, the axis of the pyramid is nearly in alignment with the north-south axis of Mars, just as the Great Pyramid of Giza is aligned with the north-south axis
Oh my god.
of the Earth. And yet,
No, 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 get down, get down.
pyramids of
Fuck.
Mars could be explained as natural. It would be difficult to explain why, sitting near the base of the southernmost pyramid, is a Sphinx. Coming up next,
Boom, bitch.
war and possible images of an alien being lead to the ultimate question. Is a Martian invasion in our future? Find out when we return.
Oh wait, that's somebody helping me.
This is Unsealed Alien
Oh.
exposing the
Stop
biggest
eating
secret on
ass.
planet Earth. Welcome back to Unsealed Alien
There's a lot of motherfuckers at. Holy shit.
Humanoid faces seen in the Martian terrain. Images of possible alien life. Objects that seem to defy natural explanation. The evidence of alien life on Mars raises questions about an advanced civilization and their mysterious
Dude, what
disappearance.
the fuck are you watching
Can the
about
answer
Mars
be
or some
found
shit?
within pyramids?
I don't know.
Eerily similar
Some crazy
to
shit.
Egypt, right down to the
Dude,
presence
it's fucking what
of
the
a
fuck, man.
Sphinx.
It's pissing me off.
The Sphinx on
Why you
Mars
getting
is a
mad?
monolith that was
You always
discovered
got
in
some shit
1997
playing in
by
the
the
fucking
Pathfinder
background.
mission. If you examine this photograph, even for
I
just a
don't.
minute, it's very clear that you can see a
Yeah, it's
defined
fucking
head,
weird.
body, and even arms.
It is a form remarkably like that of the Great Sphinx of Giza, with a head that appears to be decorated in an Egyptian headdress. And all of this within miles
Put me
of the
some armor on.
face of Mars.
When you think about an alien race building a giant face on the surface of their planet, some may laugh it off. And I always say, well, why would you laugh it off? Look at civilizations here on Earth stretching back thousands of years. You've got giant structures.
Oh, we got another
in the middle
gun?
of Egypt.
What gun do we got?
A very large face on the Sphinx. You've got other structures from other cultures that are being built that you can only see from the sky. So when you look at those commonalities, you have to see maybe there's a connection between life 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years ago here on Earth, and quite possibly a life starting on the planet of Mars.
If there truly was an ancient civilization on Mars, who knows how advanced they may have become before extinction. Could the ancient pyramids of Egypt have been constructed as a cultural link between the two societies? And if so, how did their society come to an end?
Many theorize by the scientific advances that we're making studying the Martian surface that in Mars's past, that it's been hit multiple times by asteroids. Now, when you talk about huge asteroids striking a planetary surface, the effects of that are pretty detrimental. Many believe that happened on Mars. Instead of 10% of the world's life or the planet's life surviving, that you had zero survivability.
Possible evidence of this catastrophic event inside of the planet are over 3,000 craters, measuring 20 miles in diameter.
If an asteroid a mile across were to hit the Martian surface, it's estimated that that would have the impact and the force equivalent.
Why do you keep on showing my death mark?
Nuclear weapon.
I got fucking.
10 million times.
For some reason, it keeps on showing my death mark where I died. So I don't know if I gotta go there and loot my shit back or what.
Could block out the sun, effectively killing all life on the planet. But could there be another explanation for these enormous craters?
What?
They're gonna come out with Payday 3.
Very advanced
Dude, I was gonna get the Just Cuz today.
And a Martian.
The Just Cuz 3.
Apocalypse.
I heard it was fucking awesome, dude.
It's fun, but
Ancient Roman records point to accounts of
and almost got the Far too.
Fire in the sky. Both Romans and
new Far
named it for their god of war. Was
home
of a violent and distant battle between an alien species? And could any survivors still be alive today?
So that's how you melee. Anyways.
For years we've been debating about what the Martians might look like. Science fiction gives us all kinds of different variations of
these
what these aliens
motherfuckers.
are. But in 2008, the Spirit rover gave us our first clear picture, which could show us who the Martians are.
Unsealed The Creature of Mars. In 2008, the Mars Spirit rover transmitted a panorama back to Earth. A chilling.
Yo, I'm about to invite you to the party, dude.
Seeming to walk just behind a ridge. It appears to have a head, a torso, even legs.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
Could this real photographic evidence be a creature captured alive
in the fucking
on
dome.
the surface of Mars? If this is truly a living creature, we could be looking at a post-apocalyptic Martian survivor.
Oh shit!
For example,
they got me.
Terrestrial species still hiding on an alien planet.
Fucking bastards.
We'll never know. But if expert predictions are right, the invasion of Mars could be just around the corner. Coming up next, the event that could put you face
Yo, Black Hippie, come to the party. If you can hear me.
Earth
I got a party going on.
Planet Mars. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. For decades, man has feared the potential invasion of Earth by Martians. But a twist of modern science could bring humans to invade Mars. In January 2013, the Mars 1 was announced. It could be the first private spacecraft to land on the Red Planet. It is scheduled to arrive on Mars within the next 10 years. And its cargo, a volunteer group of human colonists from Earth. They will live on and develop Mars for the remainder of their lives. These brave pioneers could explore an alien world, beginning a peaceful colonization or an intergalactic war. But at last, we may answer the question, is there life on Mars?
This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. On planet Earth.
The Men in Black. Their existence was made famous by films starring Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones as comic, alien-fighting secret agents. But reports of real-life encounters with these shadowy figures tells a very different tale from the Hollywood legend.
When Hollywood portrays Men in Black, especially in the movies, they're kind of comical. However, from the reports that I've seen regarding actual Men in Black visitations, they're a lot darker than that. They're more mysterious. They're very scary. They're very threatening looking, and they're nowhere in comparison what Hollywood portrays them to be.
Investigator Antonio Perez should know, founder of the Aerial Phenomenon Investigations Team, or API. He has been studying real-life cases of the Men in Black for over 10 years. The Men in Black he has studied are well known in the UFO community. They are feared as ominous inquirers and silencers of UFO witnesses ever since their first known sighting in 1956.
Men in Black reports were first popularized in Ray Barker's 19...
On shocking UFO encounters from Rush Creek, California to Bridgeport, Connecticut. Even documents on file with the FBI recount Barker's book and the interest surrounding 3 men in black suits who reportedly silenced journalist Albert Bender.
Albert Bender was a researcher of the case. He got a visit from some pretty angry Men in Black.
Bender was only days away from publishing his story when his visit from the Men in Black occurred. While Bender never disclosed exactly what happened, he also never published the abduction reports. Whether they were government agents is unknown, but this 1954 document from the FBI vault does name Albert Bender as a person of interest. Since this report, Men in Black accounts have surfaced all over the world, and they are always uniform in description.
Men in Black have a very particular appearance. They're always immaculately dressed. They're always, of course, in black. Sometimes they'll be very robotic in their movements. Often they'll refer to each other, not by names, but by numbers.
These silencers, as some call them, frequently appear days or even hours after a UFO sighting is reported. According to accounts, they approach witnesses while they are alone, often in the dead of night.
When witnesses are visited by Men in Black, oftentimes it's a very intimidating meeting. They're interrogated, they're made to feel scared either for their lives or their safety, and they usually stop talking about whatever it was they saw after the Men in Black leave.
The Men in Black are often reported to arrive in unmarked black cars, or sometimes in an even more intimidating vehicle.
Witnesses often claim that the Men in Black show up in black unmarked vehicles. They also have been known to be in black unmarked helicopters, and they just seem to hover there for several minutes, kind of surveying the person in the area.
While it may be clear that these investigators want to silence the truth about UFOs, the biggest mystery is who these beings are.
Many people believe there's a government conspiracy, that the truth about the UFO phenomenon is being kept from the public. They see the men in black as the guardians of the secret.
Coming up next, shocking details of real men in black encounters.
She felt like they could read her mind, that she couldn't hide anything from them.
All leading to the ultimate proof that will reveal the real men in black in the flesh. You won't believe your eyes. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. Welcome back to Unsealed Alien Files. The Men in Black. It is only through the strange reports of their victims that we are able to begin to try to understand the true nature of these mysterious beings.
One of the most famous accounts of the Men in Black is probably the 1964 case of Englishman Jim Templeton.
Templeton, a local firefighter in Carlisle, United Kingdom, had recently reported an encounter with what many believe to be an extraterrestrial. On a family outing, Templeton decided to take a photograph of his daughter in an area known as Solway Firth. Taking 3 photos of his daughter alone in the beautiful natural setting, Templeton and his family then went on to enjoy the day. It was only later, when the film was developed, that it became clear this was no ordinary outing. In the second of the 3 photos, a strange and ominous figure is seen standing behind his daughter. The figure appears to be wearing some sort of spacesuit. This would become known worldwide as the Solway Firth Spaceman. But it was what happened after seeing the spaceman that could reveal the existence of the Men in Black.
Shortly after this incident, Jim Templeton was visited by 2 men. They claimed to be from the authorities and quizzed him about the whole incident. These 2 individuals were very smartly dressed and all in black. Furthermore, they referred to themselves by numbers. All of this looked very strange.
The men demand that Templeton take them to the site where the alleged spaceman was photographed.
They took him to the marsh so that he could show them where he took the photos, if they were investigating what could have happened on the marsh to get that image in the photo. But when Templeton asked the men for identification, they never showed him. All they said was they worked for Her Majesty's government.
Then they asked Templeton a surprising and unsettling question. They want to know where he saw the second spaceman. But Templeton never saw a second spaceman. When he insists there was only one, they become strange and hostile.
Why would they have asked him about a second spaceman? Did they know something Templeton did not know?
The British Ministry of Defense denies ever having investigators on the case. But the very appearance of these men in the United Kingdom seems to dispel the common thought that these investigators are American FBI agents. Just who are the Men in Black? One man may have the answer.
When cases come in, we kind of go through what we call a triage. And that triage, we have different check marks. And so one of those check marks are, for example, multiple witnesses, some type of photo or sketch, preferably a daylight sighting, and most importantly is a credible witness.
Antonio Paris is a former U.S. Army counterintelligence officer, as well as a Department of Defense counterintelligence special agent. As founder and director of the Aerial Phenomena Investigations Team, he has acquired some of the most compelling evidence in the history of Men in Black. Currently, Antonio is investigating a woman who will stop at nothing to seek the truth about one particular man in black. Her father.
This witness, which we'll call Jane Doe, told me about a story that she kept with her entire life. And that story was that her dad was allegedly a Man in Black. Her father would go around to military bases, specifically Army and Air Force bases, and then he would harass the airmen and the soldiers who reported UFOs. And on some occasions, he would threaten them with their lives. She also told us stories about him seeing dead aliens and crashed UFOs.
This woman, who has asked to remain anonymous, wishes only to find answers as to who her father truly was. And to ensure her safety, she waited until his death.
Some of the documents that Jane Doe provided was pictures of her dad in uniform, pictures of her dad in Guam, pictures of her dad allegedly with President Eisenhower serving as a bodyguard, and pictures of her dad also serving in Guam with the 509th Bomber Group who dropped the first bomb in Hiroshima.
Upon his death, his wife destroys nearly all of his records pertaining to the U.S. government. An official from the government allegedly informs the daughter that she will be tracked for her own protection. Perhaps the risk had something to do with this man's military group, the 509th Composite Group, the same unit as the one stationed at Roswell during the reported UFO crash of 1947.
These are the FBI, the CIA, the Ministry of Defense, whoever it is, going out, finding out what the witnesses know, then making sure they don't talk about it.
This man's story has never been made public until now. But Antonio's evidence of the Men in Black does not end there. Coming up next, what could be cold, hard evidence that the Men in Black are real and could be coming for you?
This film footage is genuine. Men in Black isn't just a successful Hollywood movie franchise, it's real.
This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. Welcome back to Unsealed Alien Files. The Men in Black. For decades, they have terrorized UFO witnesses, baffling theorists with stories of their inhuman behavior. But could UFO investigator Antonio Paris finally have proof that could expose the Men in Black as a frightening reality?
One of my most famous cases regarding Men in Black happened in 2008, where two Men in Black visited a hotel up in the Niagara Falls, and we have video footage of them coming in.
Unsealed case file, The Real Men in Black. Niagara Falls, Canada. A hotel manager is outside when he spots a blinding white light above the Niagara River.
What struck me about this case is that they saw a giant black triangle. But more importantly, this black triangle was the size of a football field, and it made no noise. And it just gently hovered over the hotel, and the two witnesses were just at awe at what they saw.
A report is filed with a local UFO investigation group. Days later, when the manager is off duty, another hotel manager receives frightened calls from the hotel staff. They report two bizarre men interrogating people in the hotel lobby.
Eyewitnesses said that these two individuals didn't have eyebrows or eyelashes. They were clean shaven. They didn't blink.
According to employees, the two men scour the hotel grounds in search of their victim. They are hostile and begin harassing the staff as to the manager's whereabouts. For the quiet woman behind the tour desk, the ordeal becomes too terrifying to handle.
One person said it was like they could read her mind. It was almost like looking straight through into her soul.
Finally, the mysterious men depart. The staff report feeling confused, disturbed, and extremely scared.
This would all just be speculation. Thankfully, the hotel manager thought to go and get the security tape.
Long as
so
what?
Now, for the first time, we have evidence.
Get to my damn safe house.
This footage is real. It may be the first physical proof of the most elusive figures in the history of UFO investigation. Could these be the real Men in Black?
If you watch this video, you see patrons and workers coming in and out, very casual. But then these two dark figures appear. But watch closely as these two Men in Black enter the building.
It is evidence enough for experts to draw several chilling conclusions.
If you look closely at these two men, you see they are wearing the exact identical outfit. They're also the exact same stature. These guys look identical.
These are trademark characteristics of the Men in Black, and their presence is clearly felt by onlookers in the video.
As the men enter the building, you see what appears to be a valet or a bellboy go to the left-hand side of frame. Now, as he does this, he's watching these men walk in. He does his business, comes back out, and immediately is looking back to see what these two characters are doing. So obviously there's some suspicion there from somebody who works at the hotel.
The witness keeps a safe distance from the men. He follows them back in, changing directions. He never takes his eyes off of them. Meanwhile, a young boy looks transfixed as he passes the ominous figures.
So as these men in black walk by out of camera reach, we see a young boy come into frame. He turns, he looks obviously fascinated at what these people are and what they're doing. Even so much so that when the boy leaves, he turns around and is peering through the glass, trying to figure out who are these people.
Now, by freezing and enhancing the image, we can reveal exactly what terrified witnesses about these strange beings.
They had no facial hair, large blue eyes, and completely pale skin. But the most frightening thing that the witnesses report is that these men didn't blink once, not once, in the entire time they were there.
It is through this analysis that we can finally answer the question, who are the men in black? But brace yourself. The true face of these dark agents is like nothing you've prepared for. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. The Men in Black. Identical robotic beings cloaked in black with a single motive. For years we have wondered, who are they? But perhaps the question really is, what are they?
Even from the first Men in Black report in the 40s, the idea has always been that these may not just be people working for the government, that they may in fact be extraterrestrials themselves.
Hairless faces, robotic movements, telepathic knowledge. Could these be telltale signs that the Men in Black are extraterrestrial agents here to hide alien knowledge from the public?
Some people have speculated that Men in Black sightings and cases such as the Solway Third spaceman are proof of aliens among us, shape-shifting aliens, mostly in human form, but sometimes showing their true image.
If these hair-raising visits from the Men in Black continue, our world is in for a rude awakening. One that could result in the complete silence of the human race. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. The biggest secret on planet Earth. The coast of Northern California, September 17, 2012. The online newspaper Veterans Today reports a shocking military action. According to a leaked classified memo, warships from the United States and China have joined forces in the Pacific. Their target is cited as a highly unfriendly extraterrestrial threat. Normally at odds. The unlikely alliance raises fears of a doomsday scenario.
When you look at the evidence, if the planet Earth were to ever face an invasion from an extraterrestrial race, there really wouldn't be a war between this country and that country. Those boundaries would fade away, and that we would have to come together and fight that war together.
Oh, shit.
The U.S. government has not confirmed the story, nor does it acknowledge that
What's wrong with you, man?
alien spacecraft exists. But if there is no clear and present danger from aliens, why are American armed forces preparing for a UFO threat? Unsealed unsealed case file. Air Force Instruction 10-206. In 2011, shattering evidence of the Air Force's belief in UFOs is uncovered.
While investigating whether or not the military in today's world was still investigating UFOs, I discovered Air Force Manual 10-206. This was undeniable proof to me that on the books there were still instructions for reporting unidentified flying objects.
Although the public story
oh my God, what the fuck?
Have no interest in UFOs. Air Force Instruction 10-206 proves otherwise.
This was not a manual from the 1960s or 1970s. We now have a manual, undeniable proof that the military was still actively investigating these UFO records, these UFO reports, and these UFO sightings. That's very, very significant because that is 100% contradictory to what the military wants you to believe.
The military built to respond to the world's deadliest threats has officially placed flying saucers on the threat board. Even more shocking, they had been there for more than 40 years. In 1968, cadets at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Colorado, are issued a textbook titled Introductory Space Science. In it is a section that has become known simply as Chapter 33. Its subject, unidentified flying objects.
This book was not a work of science fiction. This was an actual military manual that was being utilized by military students, and they were being trained by this book.
Chapter 33 presents evidence that UFOs are a global phenomenon which may have persisted for thousands of years. It recognizes several explanations for these craft. Among them, the possibility that these UFOs are either manned or remote controlled by beings who are alien to this planet.
The military wants us to believe that they are completely closed-minded to the topic of UFOs. Maybe this textbook shows that they're a little bit more open to the idea than they want us to believe.
Could these pages of
damn, this motherfucker just keeps taking me out with this damn fucking baseball bat
that exposes what the military is secretly preparing for? The next
you hungry, dude?
Those preparations were
no walk with me in the streets.
When the military was attacked by UFOs. Coming up next, a UFO dogfight exposes human weapons to be useless. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth.
Oh. No, I did not. They really just install that fucking stupid ass update. God fucking damn it.